we'll let you know. Now we're heading into game number 3, so let's do it. The battle bus is launching.
I love these cinematic shots.
They're so good, right?
They're so good. Makes me really want to play Fortnite.
Oh, he just walked out. Shout out to Nick. Great recording stuff. This is pretty neat, but right off the bat.
Ooh, right away watching Prohennis and Maddie. I've played with Maddie recently. She's an exceptional player, straight slayer, and she makes some of the most entertaining videos I've watched on YouTube where she pretends to be a troll.
What?
I know, but she's an amazing player.
Or like a troll, or
oh,
like
sorry,
I'm
pretends to be a
you.
noob.
Ah.
And she doesn't pretend to be a troll because she is a troll by pretending to be a noob.
Fair.
And they're very, very entertaining. She's a great streamer and player. So it's going to be interesting to see how they decide to play the game. Already landing in that pretty safe spot. Looks like she just has landed with the other 2 teammates, and she chose that. But she's a pretty aggressive player, so I don't blame her.
Well,
Hennis is trusting her in that house. And
yeah, he's got the loot, and he picks up the heavy snipe. So
this could do a lot or do a little.
Yeah. Now here's the thing: he's not moving forward, right? He's like, you know, can you make your way over to me?
Hey, Maddie, are you okay? Because I'm over here and I only have a heavy.
He does have the minis. Yeah,
and
that's about it though. But Maddie is very quick. So I don't know if they know Maddie's there.
Oh, they definitely hear her now. She's moving in, taking shots on Kayun. Oh,
that was so
nice. Maddie got a really nice shot on Kayun, knocking him down. Umi is popping up to try and get part of this.
Oh,
but
Umi doesn't have a weapon.
Okay. Umi, I really, really appreciate that you're going for the pickaxe.
One shot, and there you go.
Okay.
Maddie.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Definitely maybe not the play for them to be aggressive after looting that house and finding only one weapon, but her trust in Kayun, and they didn't know that Hennis was sitting up there with the snipe as well. And, ooh, okay, so KP5 and Dingle Derper keep landing at the same place with Cease. So far, Dingle and KP5 have knocked them out once. They knocked Dingle and KP5 out last game. So it'll be interesting to see. Ooh, we get to see it.
That's right, Maddie
What a
clutching it
player.
up. Shout outs to Maddie, okay. You gotta think too, in that moment, she's probably like, there's someone else here, and then they just see like the pickaxe out, and you're like, oh.
Oh yeah, I would love to hear comms on that, definitely. Okay, so these guys know they're below them. They're hungry, it's 1-1. Let's see how this ends up. Let's see who is the victor of Salty Springs.
They're closing in. KP5 is healing. Dingle's doing everything she can to be alive.
I don't know if they knew that KP5 was on that side, but it doesn't matter. Getting the shots and
wow, the disrespect.
Jeez.
You know, realistically, I guess that's a hard.
I thought I trained him a little bit better than that.
There you go. I thought you learned
maybe
better.
I trained him perfectly, and that's why he's dancing on bodies. So
you decide, chat. What are your thoughts? Fall Skirmish. We'd love to hear from you. Exotic Chaotic though.
Ooh, Tfue knocked by Double. And looks like Myth just took out a duo as well in the kill feed.
There you go.
Ooh.
Tendons. Ooh. Securing the elimination, so that means Tfue is out.
So that was Tfue in that building who they were fighting in. Punisher hearing the fight, wants to be a part of it. Pushing up. He's got an SMG. Ooh, already taking down Tendons. That was quick.
Oh,
he had some great shots.
I think his teammate, I'm not sure if they're very close to bleeding out or... Yeah, they're down right there. Punisher! Oh.
So that's really interesting that he decided to go for the elimination instead of supporting his teammate while he was knocked. Because I don't think that... is it Double?
Double.
Yeah. I don't think that Double would have pushed him while he was... Yeah, because they had just finished fighting Tfue. But
I think it might have been that Double didn't exactly know, or rather Punisher didn't know where Double was exactly, so he's just playing it safe. I agree, though. I feel like especially when you're like, I'm at 5,
just play for yourself.
4, 3,
hey, Punisher,
2.
I'm over here. Can you help me?
Please help.
I mean, we don't know. Maybe he was like, you know what? Better off without me, man. Focus on your game. I've heard that too in comms. So
that's fair. Again, goes back to play your own life.
We can only guess. Looks like Cease finished off sidearms and Deluxe, but he did lose his teammate in the process. Not sure if that was just a knock or a finish, but I'm sure. No more ammo in his SMG.
Oh.
Double, however, 108. So he's going to be able to take down those walls quickly. hopefully get that shot on him, but
He doesn't have any builds right now, but he cracks back.
yeah, Punisher choosing to drop down, maybe get the drop and catch him off guard, but ultimately going down.
Yeah, keep in mind though, that is Duble's, his
Ooh,
duo's
this
fourth elimination.
combo. These wings
Oh yeah, yeah.
with this skin.
Yep.
Ooh.
There you go. So
All
we've
right,
seen,
choosing to rift out.
or actually we saw the other combo earlier. I thought this was the combo
The
you're talking
Raven
about.
wings?
Yeah.
No, this is the Batman wings.
Yeah,
or
the
the
dusk.
Bat wings. Yeah.
Yeah. Raise Fire and Tfue, they're just chilling. They're not really being contested, so they can just kind of take their time, farm mats. Tilted though,
Yes!
it's seeing some action.
Bring us into Tilted. Look,
So
at
look,
Aiden and
it's
Merc
Aiden versus
fighting
Nick.
right now. Takes out Gronky. I think he just took out Gronky. So Aiden loses his teammate to Nick. He's got some extra fire coming in from the high grounds. Looking to get maybe a nice surprise opening on Nick, but I mean, Nick knows. He's a pro.
I like the way he ricocheted the grenade off the wall there to try.
It
Look how
almost
close it was.
Yeah.
This is a skill, ladies and gentlemen. Take time, bounce grenades on walls. It can be extremely helpful. And now, so the thing is
he baiting the?
Oh, you're okay. Okay.
Is he baiting the pots, or those were for Gronky?
I believe they were for Gronky.
Okay.
Now the thing is, Aiden's teammate Destroy is down.
Okay,
there
that's
was
what I
another
did see.
team. Yeah, Sir Llama. Wait, Llama.
But so Aiden did have someone knocked. Oh no, Destroy did get finished. Okay, that's what
Yeah.
happened.
So Aiden hurt the Llama Sir. There you go. Aiden hurt Gronky, and then that's why Nickmercs was moving and dropping the pot.
Yes.
But in that time, the Llama Sir downs Destroy and confirms the elimination. So Fear itself is
great.
also on the hill. Yeah. So it's Aiden. What is the terminology used earlier that we're gonna go ahead and bring up?
Oh, which
when
one?
you're stuck between teams.
Oh, the sandwich.
There it is.
Okay,
There it
so
is.
I'll explain this to you guys real quick,
Do it up.
because this is a great example of it. So you never want to be the meat in the sandwich. Okay, meat's great. Okay, I'm not judging you if you like meat. Okay, that's a long conversation about meat. Anyways, you always want to be the bread. Okay, because when you stop, everyone in this room is laughing at me right now.
I had to mute myself. I was actually dying.
So you.
I was actually dying. Hey, ninjas here fighting.
King Richard is super low. I'm gonna save that one for another lull in the game,
We'll come
because
back.
this is
We'll come
definitely
back.
an intense moment that we want to be casting.
Yeah, Joseph is cute, making an aggressive push here. It looks like HD and basically Do Work are they're being aggressed. Now it's interesting. They're just chilling. They're not necessarily fighting back or overbuilding or anything like that.
Trying to use the explosives to take down the base, but unfortunately it is protected.
Oh, he hit basically Do Work.
Never
and
mind.
Ghost Aiden eliminated Nickmercs with a rifle. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Still Aiden's towers.
Wow,
Got it.
Ninja was able to get revived. I think he was the one that got knocked down by King Richard. King Richard sitting on 1 health and a mini shield.
Wow,
Not a position you want to
tough.
be in.
Sofa knocks out Savage, and then
And-
Ninja and King Richard. There you go. They are eliminated.
And these guys are getting sprayed out, it sounds like. So there is a team close by. We know that on the hill, we've got a couple.
Oh, Gronky knocks Aiden. We also have a replay.
Oh, okay.
Let's check this out. Aiden versus Nickmercs. And there you go.
Real quick.
Yep,
it's
he
like,
peeks around the corner.
What's
Secures
up,
the
my
elim.
dude?
What's up, my dude? There you go. Still Aiden's towers, ladies
well,
and
I
gentlemen.
mean, at the end of the day, Gronky did get revenge for his teammate.
Oh,
But
yep.
we see
But look.
Myth and Sesfi pushing it.
They're here. They're like, hey, we know someone's here. Come on out.
We heard the fight. We
You
want to
know,
be a part of it.
Just bring us your loot. Let's have a loot
Just
transfer.
come out of the storm. We won't bite.
We won't bite. Just the gun will. Don't
Okay,
worry.
so guys, the sandwich. Okay.
sandwich, here we
All
go.
the pros in here are going to be like, Kristen, I know what it means to be sandwiched, but when you are playing the game and you have one team that's pushing you from one side and another team pushing you from another side, you are the meat of the sandwich, and they are the
Right.
bread. And you always want to see the opportunities that you can make another team the meet, where you can both be taking shots on them with another team, as opposed to being focused by 2 teams. So anytime you can disengage, we saw it very clearly in a few of the games this morning for EU, and if I notice it in here, well, you'll see the pro making the decision to not be in the center of everything and to become the bread. So if I refer to that, it's only because we talked about it today, and it's just great. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because everyone's still giggling in this room with me.
I just, what you're saying is hilarious.
Is it?
In general, it's just funny to me.
Oh,
Jo, the second tallest man in the world, goes down. Hamlin's being the first tallest.
Yep.
Fuzzy
In
and
the
Flame.
air.
In the air, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's just a vulnerable place to be in. I mean, you can't build it all. You just get shot at. So you really got to use your jumps, your riffs, and your jump heads strategically.
There you go.
So we got a
Look at
new
all
little
these
setup in
people.
here. I like this. They've made a
What?
new city around Bridge.
There you go. This is new.
Epic
You guys knew about
designers,
this new
take note.
place? Did you guys know about this? It's a new place in,
It looks great.
in the world right now.
Yeah. But yeah, you see right next to High Distortion right now is Bizzle and his teammate, and they're just posted up.
Ooh,
Everyone
hold
here is
on.
going to be content.
Myth goes in and
Oh.
grapples up and finds the Llama Sir and
How
takes him
did
down.
Myth get over here so fast? Were they not just at Tilted trying to get that final kill on Gronky?
Listen, Myth is just a legend himself.
Oh.
There you go. He's good. He's good. Now, the question is, are there any of the Shadow Stones?
I think we've got a few teams looking
one
for
right there.
it.
Yeah, look. So you got Sepsi's going to find one.
Oh, they're each going to
There
get
you go.
one. Myth and Sepsi. Fear itself and Gronky
Oh,
fighting, but
he's
I
gonna go
think
down.
both of them are going to go down to Storm
Can
potentially.
Gronky pick up the elimination? One of them is going to go down. Gronky was lost in the storm.
Oh my gosh.
And Fear itself. I think that was
Well,
really
I don't know
well
if
played.
either of those guys were close to that 4 mark. Do we know how many Nickmercs and Gronky had in terms of eliminations?
Let's take a look.
So
right
they were
here.
sitting at 2.
1. Yeah,
so,
2
I
total.
mean, that last kill would have not put them into the points. So
Yeah, they were just trying to find an extra elimination, but unfortunately, they went down. And I thought that was the right play. You know, they basically started blocking walls between each other so that if one of them wasn't eliminated by the other player, they get lost to the storm, and then no one gets credit for that. So I think that was a smart play on their part.
definitely. So for the eliminations right now, the top right now is Cease and Tenaris, which, yeah, go Fortnites. We got Double and Tendons, who we saw with those early game fights in Greasy, I believe.
And you
And
just
Myth-
cursed them. We're getting really good at cursing people. Because Double and Tendons have been eliminated.
Both of them are down?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, they made that 4. They got that 1 point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which club they're for, but, you know, every point counts.
There
Okay?
you
Just get in
go.
that top 10, everybody.
That's all.
You get that
is
prize
matters.
pool, and you get those points for your team. You get to be the hero of your team for the week. Okay? How does that feel?
There you
Great.
go. There you go. Now we saw 55 players currently in the lobby. Check out this new safe zone. We're heading up north of Paradise. There's a lot of hills here, and you can
I
kind of
love
see.
this area.
Yes, it's really fun. Elevation
Lots
changes.
of hills, open
Mhm.
space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now the key thing will be hopefully we don't end on this mountain because as we saw from the previous game.
So what are
mountain
these
always
lines
wins.
that we're seeing on the mini map right now?
It
Is that
is-
when they're firing?
I
Shows
believe
the
so.
line?
That
Oh,
is
that's-
when they are aiming down sights.
Oh, aiming down sights. Oh, okay,
So
cool.
essentially, yeah, it's like where they're shooting. Yeah.
So it's like, I see you, I see
It's like
you,
pew, pew,
I see you.
pew, pew. So you can kind of see there's like little laser beams.
I like it.
There you go. More information
Oh.
for you guys at home, because that's what we care about here, is giving you information.
I just saw Diggy go down in the chat. He's also a member of the Fortnites and a great player. I had a chance to play with him in trials. And, ooh, Zexro getting another elimination. I do work. So lots
You
of
do
people
work, not
posted
basically
up.
do work. See how I turned it around? Yeah. I mean, that's also a fact of life. You know, you do work. So, HD though, look at him over yonder. Look at all these people left alive. Did I really get you at that? You're welcome.
I just don't know what to do with that.
There you go.
Just
Listen, I'm the person that compliments and builds you up, and then,
Uh-huh.
you know, make sure everyone else knows how incredible you are.
Oh, thank you.
Got
very
your back.
much,
Got
very
your back.
much.
Poach though.
So Poach is on his own, but
Yes.
I don't think this is ever a problem for Poach. He's definitely the type of player that in a lobby like this, he's still feeling confident. Maybe he's not going to take those aggressive plays against other duos, but you know, looking probably for the third party, looking to get a nice spot in the zone before the storm closes and take some shots on the people that are currently outside of the zone. There's still a few of them. We got 1 more minute left till the storm closes.
Yeah, I mean, I think being alone, you know, obviously, if you think about it like a math equation, if in duos, if one of your players goes down, that's technically 50% of your power, right?
Definitely.
That goes down. So it's 50 versus 100%. It's very difficult. Lupo, though, he's all by himself.
All by himself.
Dad? But yeah, I mean, even if you are alone, it's not the end of the world. You can still do things to pick up, like you're talking about, third partying, looking for opponents that maybe peak too long. He's got the heavy sniper. He can take them down. And even if he doesn't confirm the elimination, he got the down. So when that player is eliminated, he'll get the credit. So it's not necessarily over for him.
Look at this play right now.
He's got his work cut out, though. Yeah, Animal's just like, hello.
He does not have a lot of mats. So I think his decision right now to just move with the storm as it's closing in and use as little mats as possible. And right now, in that case, that is as little mats as possible because there's a lot of firing coming down on him. And, ooh, he's found a nice thick wall to hide behind.
I almost wish he had done the ramp technique.
Oh, Bizzle getting the elimination on Lupo.
Oh, Dr. Lupo. Of course, it's
Lupo
Bizzle.
was very low, so.
Yeah, he was having a tough time there.
Yeah, Bizzle, they were like the gatekeepers up there, too. They had a big tower on the hill, and we're just spectating everyone coming in. And oh, look at this nice little base from HD. He's got his own bridge that he's looking to take shots from.
Alexia Ray, though, goes down, and Zextro is immediately picked off.
They're in a really hard position. Everyone that's made it towards the more inside of the zone, they're really watching that edge. Because you know people are going to be coming off with less resources. They're tired. Their shield is low. So that's a great time to try and get those eliminations. And you see HD leaving his little bridge to pursue. I'm not sure who he's pursuing right now. C's getting another elimination. So I think they're actually still on top now. Yeah, with 5 eliminations, if they get one more, they're heading into that 2-point range.
They're doing very well right now.
Yeah, C's is an incredible, incredible player when he wakes up on time.
Well then, here you go.
Story for, oh, there you go. Another frag.
Animal.
Yeah.
Oh, and
well, I mean, Animal had no shields, no team, and low resources. So I'm sure the loot drop for that elimination was not very fruitful, but it's still an elimination,
really,
and that pushes
like
them into 6.
It's not like a llama pinata. It's like a, hey, I just found
like,
loot on the ground in the
were
world.
you still alive with this much stuff? How'd you do that?
Here are your current top 5 standings. You saw them there for just a moment. But back over to Poach. Again, he's by himself. That's okay.
And we got
Poach
a few guys
familiar.
sitting on 3 right now, too. So Myth still with 3 points, Sofa and Squatting Dog with 3 points. And then we've got Annie and Joseph is cute. They also have 3. And, oh my gosh, there it is. Anthony. That's nice.
That's a good one.
So yeah, a few people sitting on 3 points. So these guys' goals right now is definitely going to be able to get that extra elimination before they go down. Going down out of top 5, so when you go down 6th, heartbreaking. And going down on 3 eliminations, also heartbreaking.
Yeah. Again, take a look at the scoreboard. Just like you were pointing out before, here are your current eliminations. Again, Sace and Tina Rays, they're so close. They are currently sitting on 6 eliminations. 2 more means they get 3 points. That would be huge.
So talented, and I just saw C's toggle through a rift as well. So that's ideal for them. They have that rift. They probably have a lot of materials and ammo and guns just from their past eliminations. And yeah, hopefully good positioning. I'm not sure who is where right now. Vivid is currently out of zone. He's looking over at the next zone that he has to push into, and it looks like they're going back towards bridge. I think it looked from the minis, the mini map. So
yeah, they're going back,
towards bridge.
Yep.
So the nice thing about this is if you've done a good job building your way towards the zone, you can just follow your build right back. But I think for a lot of players, they got there through rifts or through jump pads, and then you don't have as much advantage. And Fuzzy and Flame going down to Joseph is cute.
That's a statement.
I want to know who Joseph is.
Joseph, are you cute?
Can you send me a pic on Twitter, Joseph?
There you go. There it is. So much fun casting with you.
What?
We have
you don't want
similar
a picture
humor.
of Joseph?
That's fair. All right, Joseph.
Am I the
After
only
this,
one?
we expect a tweet. We will judge you. We'll give you a 10 out of 10, or wherever you may fall.
Whoa, we're not gonna judge him. What kind of?
Well, no.
Wait
I mean, we gotta confirm.
No. We're not gonna judge.
No, not like a.
Hot or not?
Oh my. No, I'd get in trouble for that, so we're not going to do that.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just going to stick with what your name says. Joseph is cute. That's a
Bizzle
fact
just
of life.
got a knock on Thieves.
Thieves. Yep.
And an Elim. All right, finishing off that. And, ooh, someone just got knocked to the Storm. And at this point, this is about the time that you don't want to get the revive on your teammate in Storm. It definitely ticks a little too much. You're better off just conserving your health and playing as a solo. Ooh, Myth. Getting the Elim on tempo.
That's right.
So they get into that 4 mark range. Joseph is cute sitting on the 4 mark range. And yeah, we still have Crispy and Cloak who are still alive. I think their strategy is probably similar to before. You know, just play it safe and then full send the, the final zone.
Well, keep in mind, after game 1, they dropped 14 eliminations, so they're probably feeling pretty good. They're like, hey, look, we've more than likely set the most eliminations this day.
Definitely.
Probably hold off a little bit. I mean, obviously,
well, the 8 Elims, 3 points is still important, though.
Yeah. They may even be looking to...
Ooh, Cease and Tina Reyes.
Tina Reyes.
With the 7 eliminations right now. Tina Reyes is also an exceptional player. She's part of the Fortnites. I've just recently learned about her. I've caught a few of her streams. Amazing, amazing, amazing woman. You want to catch those. And she's definitely one of the people to watch out because she's doing the scrims, she's taking the time, doing the practice, and really making an effort to make it all the way, which she is. Her and Cease sitting on 7 eliminations, going for their 8th right here.
Can they confirm it?
Oh.
It's super close.
Peeking into that minigun. I'm not sure if that's Tina Reyes with the minigun, but I think a lot of things are happening around Cease right now.
Yes.
He's like, I'm just going to take a little second over here.
Hold on. Panic. They do have the rift to go.
Oh, Myth. Just shotgun chap. Ambrute down to the Storm, spawning to play themselves. HD going down, Zate going down, Valk going down. Lots of eliminations, and you see Vivid. This is Vivid's ideal positioning right now. He loves to have that high ground. He's peeking down, no one's picking up at him, and he's just free to use his assault rifle on whoever he pleases. Who already having 5 eliminations. If he gets 2 more, he's gonna be, 1 more, he'll be into the 2-point range. So, hey, Barney,
hey,
get some shots out there, Barney.
That guy, Barney, over there.
That guy, Barney.
But yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. This is Vivid. This is him in his element, right? He's like, yeah, I'm going to sit up top. Especially with the silenced AR, it's much quieter. So even if he's taking shots, you're not paying attention.
Nobody is thinking to peek up above.
Exactly.
And I just saw Anthony's peek up and see that there is some flats going up above them. And Cease and Tina Reyes still only need 1 more elimination for that 8. But I think it's very important for them to also try and get into that top 5. So that's why you don't see them playing super aggressive. They know they only need 1 more. So just stay alive. 72 Hours does knock and finish Tina Reyes. Nico going down to Excels. And I haven't seen Bizzle. So I'm not sure if he's just playing quiet or if, him and his teammate are still alive with 4 eliminations. So they are getting that, 1 point, ×2.
That's right.
There we go.
That's right. They're just chilling. They're like, look, we've got the multiplier active. Let's just, even if they just place, that's 3 points basically.
Yeah.
Especially with that multiplier.
Joseph is cute. He was getting a lot of eliminations with those explosives, but now
he went out with a bang.
He just went out with a bang. Goodbye, Joseph. Oh. I think
wow.
Nico was already knocked, so Vivid finishes up the knock. Bizzle getting an elimination on Excels. And look at Vivid. Adding all these roofs, making sure that he is secure. Without having those bounce pads, you really don't have a lot of ways to get down. If you don't have the shockwave or the rifts, or maybe you build your way down. I see a lot of people using walls and floors to go down, but nothing super quick. But that was close.
That was really close.
So Saf and Nico, they also have 3 eliminations right now. So if they get 1 more, that's a point for their team, which is definitely something they're looking out for.
They're also
taking a little bit of damage.
Bandits.
But wait, I just noticed Saf has 3 medkits.
He's probably looking to go to heal off.
This is looking a lot like a heal off. You see Cease, with the 8 eliminations, using a jump pad to try and get the high ground. I think there is someone up here. I think he might have just passed him, but he's gonna sit at the top, and he's just gonna start his med kit. Doesn't look like anyone's trying to contest that high ground Creo finishing off Vivid.
That's 3.
And they have 3. So Clarify and Creo probably want to find one more here. 9 remaining in the zone. So, okay.
Oh!
No!
Oh, Sace had the double.
He can't use his medkit
It's too
anymore.
late, yeah.
Oh, and
The
that's
lobby's
7th
thinning out.
place. These are all solos
Barney's
left
down.
now. Bizzle.
Clarify, I think he's going to go down first. Aspect might be the one.
Yes, Aspect.
Aspect is the winner.
All right.
Going to a heal off. Wow.
So that was really unfortunate. And what happened there is, I'm not sure if it was Creo who popped up and tried to get the
To
shot on
stop him.
Cease. Because I know there's a few people there who still had the 3 eliminations, and they're probably thinking, okay, we need one more. Everyone is in a stack, heal offing. They're going to be low. We just need to get one shot. So he pops right up to the top where an expected player should be.
Yeah.
And fortunately, cancels Cease's stuff.
I think
but
Cease actually would have walked away the winner because he had the double
100%.
campfires
Double
rolling,
campfire.
So he probably would have been
couple
fine.
med kits and some bandages. Or I don't know if he did have bandages, but still.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll take a look at that final
8
moment in just a
eliminations
second.
still.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have, so Joseph is cute, and Twitch Anthony ended with 8 as well.
That's
so,
right. So did Cease and Tina Reyes. So that will
Awesome.
be 2 times multipliers going into the next game. Yeah, that was a fun game.
I liked it. I liked it. When I was hoping that there would be a little bit more chaos, but I think because the zone was going back and forth over the build, there was so much more time for people to have, the 18-floor apartment where they can safely heal off. But interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, let's look at that moment again and see how the craziness unfolded because, yeah, this was just like a super, super fun game. What's interesting, though, is I think it feels like we see NA go to heal-offs more often than EU.
Okay.
At least that's what it feels like.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think the first few games so far with NA, maybe in the past it's more heal-offs, but this is the 3rd game, and this is the first time we really did see the tower of heal-offs.
That's so true.
But the other 2, it was fine. And I don't know, if EU doesn't usually go to heal-offs, that would mean they're more aggressive players, but we're seeing a lot more aggressive players getting those 2 times bonuses than the past. So
Yeah.
I think for today it hasn't been the case, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Oh, so Aspect did have the 2.
Okay, so he had one right behind
And
him.
a med kit, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was okay. All right, it's pretty good.
That's why you save those till the end. The value of them just goes up and up and up and up.
What? So you've obviously played quite a bit of Fortnite. So
Yes, quite a
when
bit.
it comes to heal-offs, at what point do you make the decision? So like throughout the game, there's kind of like this, I need to like get mats, I need to get ammo, I need to make upgrades, and then is there like a point in the match where you go like, okay, if it comes to it, I have to be prepared for a heal-off? And like, what does that look like? What's that thought process?
Definitely, I think so. I've never actually made it to a heal-off. I think all the games that I've won, whether it was with either Bizzle or doing well with Creo, none of those have ended in a heal-off.
You guys are like, don't need heal-offs, we're good.
But for that, the eliminations were a lot more important in terms of prizing. So right now, having those 3 points associated with that victory royale, that's a lot. And getting 8 eliminations is a lot for a lot of duos right now. So I think they're playing the long game. They definitely are like, okay, 8 is too much for us. We want to get the victory royale. And so for them, it would be a lot more important to carry those things. But I'm an aggressive player. I want every health point I can get. So I'm definitely using that med kit to heal up prior to the heal off to try and get those.
You're like, I'm not going to do this. I just want to fight you.
Yeah.
No heal-off. We're
Let's
fighting.
go. Let's go, boy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
This was game number 3.
Yeah. It's great.
Game number 4 coming up, and then we
I
have
know.
2 more games
We're
after
only
that.
halfway.
Halfway
I
there.
know. Lots is still left to happen, and I still can't believe it keeps getting crazier and crazier.
I mean, now here's the thing. Do you want to see another heal-off, or you want to see...
Oh, I want to see the game end before it's the final zone, ideally.
I don't think that's ever happened, like, yet in a skirmish series. I
Yeah.
feel like it always comes down to
Yeah.
the circles. Like, it's not... Probably the best we've seen is not that it's like it's starting to make that final close and someone goes down
Yeah.
without like closing on the lane.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've seen one where it just like
So I want to see it
definitively
end
ends.
on like 3rd circle zone, where
you
it's
wanna see
just
chaos.
just a massacre around the board. It's just craziness, craziness. Everyone is going down, and then there's 2 teams in a big zone, and then you got to really, go head to head.
and then who wins though?
Fortnite's.
There it is. That's where I was.
I mean, that's an easy question.
There you go. What about you guys at home? What have you thought of the game so far? Don't forget to use that hashtag Fall Skirmish. We love hearing from you. We love hearing what you have to say. Also, rep your favorite club. Don't forget this is week 3, so we've got 3 weeks left. Fortnite.
You can just get rid of the rest of the graphic. Just put
You're
Fortnite.
trying to like cover them up. You're trying to cover them up a little bit.
I know it's an overlay, Zeke. Okay.
Darn! I tried. Yeah, but we're gonna hop into game here in just a little bit. It's been a super fun day. We got to watch the 6 games from EU halfway through NA.
Definitely.
Week 3, Kingpin, super fun. I think we're still sitting on 14 eliminations. Is the highest that Cloak and Crispy dropped. We haven't even seen anyone
The closest since it has been the 8s.
Yeah.
I think.
So far.
Yeah. And no, I think that's great. And we've got 3 2x multipliers going into the next game. There was 3 last game, so it'll be interesting how that affected. I'm not sure who else had a multiplier that was able to use it other than Bizzle this round. I think they were able to get the 4 limbs and have the double, but it's going to be interesting to see who decides to use that, how they decide to use it, because having that added extra factor really does play into playmakers' decisions. So it's going to be good.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
As always, I'm always excited.
Yeah,
What's new?
You have every right to be excited.
Yeah,
Right? This is Fortnite. It's super fun.
Good Fortnite today. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think you made a great point though, that we've seen more multipliers going into next games than we did in EU.
Yeah.
I feel like it was only 1 or 2 teams, maybe like every other game that we saw, and then this is like every single game. It's like, all right, 2 of you are going in.
So that means that people are
×2.
playing a lot more aggressive, which, if people are playing more aggressive, you would see less fights. Less heal-offs.
Heal-offs, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, so for me at least, and I have to dig into it a little more to kind of figure out this whole train of thought, but I feel like players want to be hyper-aggressive, like right there at the end, but then you think, okay, like let's say there's like 10 people left in the circle toward the end, and you eliminate someone, and you're like, okay, final circle is about to happen. We saw it like Kinstar. And Hunter. We saw Hunter start to heal, and then Kinstar would peel off and get aggressive.
I really love that.
We see less of that.
Yeah,
We
and
see
seeing
them
a
just
lot
commit.
of the squad practice too, you'll see that happening. They'll have one dedicated healer who just stays in their spot, like layers up. Like I think what we've seen that's been going on wrong lately with the people that are trying to heal off is they don't have that extra layer of wall, and there actually are people challenging that, which is
Really
good to see. I mean, we saw earlier, who was it? Mitro, who popped up and just destroyed him through the wall and won the game.
Mitro.
So good. But I mean, the meta is always changing, and I think it's definitely important to have that one healer because you can always expect to not be able to find one of the healers. I mean, especially in a fight like that, there were so many levels. Like I think there was 8 or 9 levels that you're navigating, and if there's 9 players left, maybe there's one on every level, and you can't eliminate all of those in the 10 seconds you have.
Exactly. That's if you have 100 health.
If you have 100 health, exactly. So I think having one person that's just designated to heal, especially if you make it to that long. But what happened actually was most of those guys weren't duos. Most of them were solos, and I think in those situations you'll see them like, oh, maybe I'll have the extra healing than someone else, and you're just like sitting there praying.
Hoping,
but
yeah.
Yeah, it's an awkward fight, but we did see a couple of them trying to get aggressive on each other, so that's interesting.
You know what else is interesting? Standings. Let's take a look before we hop into the next game. So currently, right at the top, Bizzle and Psalm with 12 points. Sen Aspect and Lanane right behind them. Clarifying Creo with 7 points. Excels Strugs with 5. Crispy and FaZe Cloak with 4. And don't forget the top 10 currently, the duos will place in the money. So right now, Destroy and Ghost Aiden right on the cusp.
Yes, and we have 2nd place, 8th place, and 11th place with 2x multipliers, which is amazing. So Aspect having the 2x for the victory. Anthony and Tina Reyes, those 2 squads having the 2x for their 8 eliminations.
That's right.
Well, hopefully they don't die off the bat. Hopefully they win 1 up on Dingle Derper and KP5 and Salty again. We'll see. But it's definitely going to make for an interesting game. And, past the point of the first few people, we see a lot still with those 3, 2, 1 points. So everyone is very close. It's just going to take, that one amazing game like we saw with Bizzle and Psalm when you get those 6 points and all of a sudden you know, what is everyone going to do with that?
Yeah, I mean,
you really got to challenge them now.
It's tough. Yeah, but again, you pointed out the scoreboard's very close right now.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how things unfold. We've got 3 games left to play.
I'm excited. Halfway mark. Let's do
Halfway
this.
mark. The battle bus is launching, so we're going to hop into game in just a second, which is now. I was literally 1 second away. Look at that.
Oh.
Now we are at this beautiful little park. There's a grill there. I'm actually kind of hungry. Let's walk over there. There's a chest. Hey.